Hey guys, welcome back. Today in this video, we're going to learn everything about the national insurance number in the UK. So first thing you need to understand is what is national insurance number and why do you need it? So national insurance number is a documentation requested by the government, also issued by the government, so that they have a record of your address, your personal information, as well as how much you earn, so they can calculate how long you have worked and how much tax you should pay. For anyone who want to work in the UK, whether you're a British citizen or if you are from a completely different country, you need to have a national insurance number before you can start working. And the fact that it will take roughly 4 weeks to process your application for national insurance number, you should apply the moment you have landed in the UK or the moment you have received your BRP. And how companies use your national insurance number, whether it's paid work or unpaid work, is before you sign a contract with a company, they're going to ask you for your national insurance number for them to keep a track of. So in this case, you need to make sure you have your national insurance number before you can start working. Whether it's volunteering work, part-time job, internship, or even full-time job, you will need to use your national insurance number and provide it to the company. So some of you guys might have this question: what if I have already started applying to jobs and some of the company actually offered me a verbal offer, but I haven't received my national insurance number yet? What should I do? In this case, what you can tell the employer is you have applied to your national insurance number and you can give them the reference number that you received from your application. So the employer can keep track of the reference number, and the moment you receive your national insurance number, you can tell them. But during the time when you have not received your national insurance number yet, you can actually start working for them. So applying to national insurance number is one of the first things that you should do when you land in the UK. Now let's have a look at the application. The application is usually done online through the government website, and you will need to prepare some documents, for example, your passport, your BRP, and you will need to submit the copy of these documents during your application process. And the online application form is actually pretty straightforward. It shouldn't take you any longer than 5 minutes to fill out the application form, as long as the information you provide is accurate and you have the documentations with you. Now I'm going to walk you guys through the step-by-step tutorial of how you can apply to national insurance number. So first thing you want to do is to type in apply to national insurance number in your browser, and the first link should be the right one for you to use. And here is a government page of how you can apply to national insurance number, as well as a detailed instructions on how to apply, what documents you need to prepare. Just like I've mentioned before, you need your passport and the BRP, as well as more information on how you can troubleshoot if certain things don't work. So what you want to do is scroll down and hit apply. And this is where the application starts for the national insurance number. So in this case, if you have not applied to a national insurance number before, then you can say no. And if you have actually applied to one before, and then you're starting a new one, and this is telling the system that the previous one will not be considered, and this is the fresh new one. So for most of the case, you have not applied to national insurance number before, so we can hit no and continue. And the second question is, are you working or looking for work in the UK? And you need to answer based on your situation. So for most of the students who came to the UK, you are most likely to choose the option of yes, I am looking for more work in the UK. And if you have already started working and you got a job offer, then you should choose the first option. But for the sake of most students, let's choose number 2. So here is where they're going to ask you for your personal information, your first name, your last name. And in the case you do have some middle names, make sure you put them down on the application form. So in this case, I've always had my same name, never changed my name before. So I'm going to hit no. And if you do change your name before and it's different from, your passport or any other previous documentation, then you can select yes. And of course, more information and my nationality. So in this case, you can type down your nationality and there should be a drop-down box that you can select one of the options. And of course, the date of birth. In your case, it should be the same date of birth that is shown on your passport. Were you born in the UK? Most of the time, no. And this is when you need to write down when did you first move to the UK. So you don't have to be 100% exact on the date, but try to be as accurate as you can. So in this case, since I have came to the UK quite a long time ago, I actually can't remember exactly which day it was, but I do remember it was the beginning of October. So I'm going to choose the first Monday of October back in that year. And here you're going to write down your postcode for your address. And what it's going to do is once you enter a postcode, it's going to give you different options of addresses so that you can select the one that you actually reside in. And make sure you use your personal address in this case, because they are going to send the confirmation and your actual letter that contains your national insurance number to the address. So you want to make sure the address you write down is personal and you actually have access to the address. And this question is just to make sure that you confirm that you can receive letters to this address. What's going to happen is once you have successfully received your national insurance number, they're going to post it to you. And generally speaking, you just need a standard printed version, So in this case, I'm going to choose yes. And of course, yes for a confirmation email. And this is where you are going to put down your email address for them to send you the confirmation email. And also write down your phone number in case they have any questions. And here you want to make sure you write down your country code so they can dial to you whenever there's any issue. And we just simply hit continue. Do you have a passport? Majority of us should have a passport. And this is where you should enter your passport number. And at this point, you should also have a copy of your BRP. This is a PIN card that essentially says what kind of visa you are on. So let's select yes, and you should write down your BRP number, which is on the top right corner of your BRP card. What they're also going to ask you to do is to upload a digital photo of yourself. There are more instructions of how you can upload photos of your passport, and make sure that you actually scan the front page of your passport, which contains information about your name, your date of birth, where it was issued, how long would your passport be valid for. In this case, make sure you don't upload a copy of your visa. It should be the front page of your passport. Make sure it's straight and you're not covering any information that is on your passport. And also make sure your photos in focus is not blurry. They should be able to see every detail of your passport. So now I have gone ahead and uploaded a copy of my passport. Once you have uploaded the photo of your passport, you can actually see how it looks. And they also remind you again of the requirement of your digital copy of the photo. If you are all happy and if it's all good and it meets all the requirement needed, then you can hit yes and continue. So now what this is going to ask you is to take a photo of yourself holding your passport next to your face. So this step is for them to verify if you are actually the person that says who you are on your passport. So here, again, more instruction on how you should take the photo. Don't edit the photo. Make sure it's not covering any part of your face. Also make sure the photo is clear and it's not blurry. Bear in mind the type of formats that they require when you upload the photos. They only want JPG, JPEG, or PNG. So for some of us who have iPhones, when you take a photo, it will become a different format. It's not JPG, it's not PNG. And in that case, you want to convert the format of the photo from your iPhone to JPEG or any of these formats before you can upload. Once again, I've uploaded my example photo. Here again, you can see the photo and make sure it is within the requirement. And once it's all good, then you can click yes and continue. So now you need to upload a photo of your BRP. In this case, you want to make sure your BRP is in frame of the photo. It's in focus, it's clear, it's not blurry, and there's no any covering on your BRP. I have uploaded my version, so I'm going to continue. Again, double check it's in color, it's clear, and it's not edited, so all good to continue. So now you have a chance to check the application form and all of the information that you have entered before you actually send it out. And if you do have any issues, if you do want to change anything, then you can click the button here that says change. and make some changes here and hit continue again. And this is going to bring you back to the final step of the application review. So after you have made sure the information is accurate and complete, the next thing you need to do is to make sure you have ticked this box, which says, you have read and understood the information. Everything is actually, accurate and correct. And once you are okay to go, you can essentially send your application off. So now you have submitted your application for the national insurance number, and you will receive a confirmation email to the email that you have entered in the application form. What's going to happen is you will wait for up to 4 weeks for the government or the HMRC to process your application and send you your final national insurance number through a letter. What might happen in case any of the document you have uploaded is not clear enough or is not the right document, they will ask you to attend to an appointment. But for majority of the cases, if you have made sure all of the information is good, accurate, and the documents are the right one, then you should be able to receive a decision and receive a letter that actually contains your unique national insurance number that you can use before you start any work. What I would highly suggest you to do is once you have received the letter that contains your national insurance number, make sure to have a photocopy of it on your phone or on your laptop, because in the next few years, whenever you're changing a new job or getting job offers from different companies, they are going to ask you for your national insurance number. So it's very easy to have it on your phone and then make sure you save it on your phone or photo. So it's easy for you to access and then give this information away to the companies. And if you're a student who came to the UK and you're looking for a part-time job to improve your skills and earn some bucks, I have linked a video here where I talk about top 5 part-time jobs for students that would allow you to earn quite a lot, and these are not restaurant or retail jobs. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe and check out my other videos on job application. I'll see you in the next one.